It's free, but you need to manage your time.
Be disciplined.
Be
I
disciplined.
agree.
You need to be open up. You need to be open for any relationship to come. You need to plan. You need to think ahead. You need to address all the issue where you want to go, and think about what you want to do.
Digital Nomad's most trusted one-stop shop travel bestie. Make your move.
Welcome to Nomadify On Air, the place that takes you on a journey to learn the world of remote working and to understand the lifestyle of digital nomads in hopes to inspire you to escape the 9 to 5. In this channel, we inspire the most inspiring and reputable people here in the island of gods, Bali, Indonesia. I am Bernadette, your host and the founder of Nomadify, and live with me here is a fellow Filipino, a first ever Filipino, yes, Jaeden from the Philippines.
Kumusta? And I'm from the Philippines.
Hello!
Hi, hello.
Kamusta ka, Jeaden? How are you?
It's been nice to talk to other Filipino as well, and then I've been living here for 8 months.
Nice. So yeah, that's actually my next question. Can you tell our viewers something about you and what do you do?
Oh, okay. First and foremost, thank you for having me here, and it's nice to be in a podcast. I've been doing podcasts as well for the past 2 years, and then I'm here to do entrepreneurship business, but
Nice.
at the first doing the digital nomad thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been working in Singapore and then living from Singapore, then moving here in Bali, Indonesia.
Amazing. I really love seeing fellow Filipinos thrive abroad. So I just want to ask, how long? So you mentioned you've been in Bali for like 8 months now, right?
8 months now, and moving up to presumably 2 years more.
Nice. What inspired you to pursue the digital nomad lifestyle?
Digital nomad. I think if we're thinking about the digital nomad, a word is like a really big. It's a broad description. And it's like one of the description is like, are you working here to do work online, or are you working here, to have this lifestyle of once a week, to deliver your job or in a month per se. So for me, it's like I do have freelance work because some other digital nomad have do freelance, and some other do digital nomad has this 9 to 5 ish, but still working online in other countries.
That's true.
So yeah, to answer your question, I'm on this freelance in the digital nomad,
Okay.
which actually enjoy going to other country as well.
Okay. So what made you pursue this life that is like the enjoyment?
The enjoyment, the flexibility, the lifestyle, and then you actually know the culture
Okay.
in other countries like Bali.
Nice. So before you moved here in Bali, would you say you had it all figured out, or you just picked things up along the way?
It's a bit of both actually.
Okay.
When I was thinking going here in Bali, I was like, what should I do? How much is the budget? What's the cost? The basic things. How much is the plane ticket? And then when I got here, I was going for a vacation,
Okay.
and then / working actually.
Okay.
And then from there, I'm just trying to figure out, just like you said, it's a leap of faith.
That's true. Amazing. Nice. So, what challenges have you faced while doing this remote work? And how have you overcome it?
Well, the biggest challenges actually first is to know the country,
Okay.
to know Bali. What's the condition out here? What's the weather? The internet they have decent internet, so it's not actually an issue.
Okay.
And we've been for me, I've been living to Philippines. It's the same. It's the same weather in Bali, so it's a plus.
Okay.
It's a plus. And then from that on, I was like thinking about the expenses.
That's
So
true.
one of the challenges is like how the expenses, and then most likely how to meet, how to interact with other people, because first and foremost, you're not speaking in Bahasa, you're speaking Indonesian,
Okay.
and that's good because we're speaking English. Other people speak English as well, And I think that's one of the most challenges, going to a warung and then they're thinking of me as an Indonesian.
You're not the first one. Like every Gojek driver like I encounter, they will talk to me in Bahasa and I'm like, no, English.
Exactly. And I was like going to warung, explaining things like, hey, I'm not an Indonesian, and I'm like telling them like, hey, I'm a Filipino.
Yeah.
I carry my passport the most of the time.
Yeah, I experienced it like when I was like in a store. Like I was trying to buy a clothes in a market, and then the seller is like talking to me in Bahasa, and I'm like, no, English please. And now the prices are higher because
Really?
they discovered that I'm a tourist and that I'm not a local. So I agree with you 100% prices.
Prices, and as you say, like there are different prices as a foreigner, so yeah, that would be like one of the challenges as well.
Definitely.
Traffic wise is the same as the Philippines. I mean, I've been driving for the Philippines for quite some time, so the other foreigners is like have this like it's quite traffic, but for me it's not. It's pretty decent.
I have the same answer with you. Like everyone is complaining about the traffic in Canggu, but as I always say, this is tolerable for me. Like 20-minute traffic
20
versus
minutes? 1 hour?
4 hours
4
in
hours?
the Philippines in
Oh my God.
EDSA, not moving. This is like still like okay for me.
It's okay.
Yeah. And I know the island has its own charm and uniqueness, but what made you drawn to Bali among other digital nomad hotspot places?
For the first, I was researching about Vietnam actually. This is not my first choice. Vietnam was really one of the most cheapest Southeast Asian country you have to go to. The food, seafoods, but it was drawn to me like in Bali, where the culture wise, the beaches, other places to go to, like a tourist spot, and you can also meet other foreigners as well to talk to about everything under the sun.
Amazing. So it's really like the community and the location as well.
The location, yes.
Right. How has remote working impacted your personal life?
Well, it's a bit like it's free.
Okay.
It's like you can go to. It's flexible because you can work in the morning or you can work at the evening, and you can like just adjust your time. And then, but in a sense, like something is like telling me that you're cramming. You have to work. You have to work immediately to finish what you do. You finish the deadline, but it's like, hey, I should go to a party next morning, or to go to a party next evening. So I've been thinking it's like a bit about it's free, but you need to manage your time.
Be disciplined.
Be
I
disciplined,
agree.
manage your time.
Yeah, I met some expats and they really said like that Bali made them lazy because like the people here are very like service oriented. Like me too, I admit that before I even have to make my bed, but right now the accommodation, guest houses, they do it for you, included on the monthly rent, right?
That's nice.
So yeah, I guess this is a bit controversial, but how do you see relationships or dating in this type of lifestyle?
Well, I think it's a mix. Well, to explain you, if you're single and going here, and most of the people here is like bit of single, complicated. It's more like complicated actually, because I met a lot of people and they say Bali is a healing process, it's a healing island, and they go here with a broken-hearted one, and you never want to mess with them or you to be in relationship with them because if you would be hurt along the way or in the future.
The red flags. Eat, pray, love vibes.
Yeah. So it's like it's a mix. It's if you're looking here for a relationship, you have to be communicative. You have to speak directly to them. Foreigner wise, local wise, you need to say what you want. Like I want a long-term relationship. I want like just for fun. And if you want like just for fun, you can just hang out, go there. But yeah, you need to be open up. You need to be open. For any relationship to come, because this is Bali. But yeah, watch out for those who just come here for healing, because they come and go.
Looks like you've been victimized, no? Not yet.
Yeah, I could say. We could say that.
Yeah, the Julia Roberts of Bali, beware of them.
Beware. There's a lot.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I guess what advice would you give to those who are aspiring to be digital nomads like you?
Well, aspiring digital nomads, you need to plan. You need to think ahead. You need to address all the issue where you want to go, and think about what you want to do. And it's actually a basic question, like if you have the budget. And the second thing is how long you're gonna stay. Because some digital nomad like want to go to Bali and then want to move out the next month, but they overstay in Bali because they like it. So you need to think about the future of you, like you're having to spend a week or two in this place, and then plan ahead all of the things you want to plan. Like okay, I'll be working at 9 o'clock until 5
Okay.
o'clock, and then after night I will go party and then do the same thing, and then after the weekend I would go somewhere in a hot spot in Bali. So I think you really need to think where you want to go.
Okay.
Like you want to go to Vietnam, Thailand, or in Bali. So there are places, there are other different places, country you want to go. So I think it's up to you. That's
Okay.
that's my advice. It's
Be
up to you.
systematic and
Yeah.
plan ahead. Nice,
Plan ahead.
nice. Is there like are there specific skills that do you need aspiring digital nomads needs to learn?
Oh, they need to be open.
Okay.
They need to be open to any cultural differences.
Amazing.
They need to think that it's not them. They need to be like I said, you need to be open from every aspect. If you go to Bali, there's a lot of rules and regulation that you have to think of, and it's not about like you're a foreigner that you're above them or above the law. You need to practice whatever law or whatever tradition what we having here. So it's not about going to Bali. It's not about going to Indonesia. If you're going other side of the country or other part of the country, which is Vietnam, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, you need to respect every aspect of their rules and regulation. So I think that's the skill that you want to learn first, because it's a skill that you want to learn after. It's easy. That's what I'm thinking.
100%. I agree. I really believe that every time you go to a different country, you should be culturally aware.
Yep.
So, 100% agree. I guess my last question would be, if you will give your old self before you became a digital nomad an advice, what would it be?
What would it be? I was thinking like
Your old you before.
your old me. Oh my God, this is really hard question, because I don't want to say this, but not trust anyone.
Okay.
Not to trust like anyone. For me, I was like easily to trust
Okay.
people. That's my personality, and people or other person cannot just easily change their personality. So for me, I would easily trust person. But the thing is, I would talk to myself like, hey, of course, don't trust anyone,
Okay.
because you've been through a lot. There's a roadblocks, and then there's a lot of problems going on, and then also just maybe plan more,
Okay.
think more, and I think the best advice is like you need to focus.
Okay.
You need to focus on what you do, and don't waste time.
Amazing. That's so inspiring. And yeah, I guess before we end this, how can our viewers find you? Do you have a channel, website? Feel free to invite them.
Well, I have my YouTube, but I'm not updating yet. I'm not uploading yet. I also have my TikTok. I'm not uploading yet. Maybe I can just send it to you, edit
On the
it
description
in the
box?
description somewhere along the line. So yeah, I also do Instagram, but in the future I do have a lot of content from which I travel, but I'm planning to edit them, and I'm planning to to post it algorithmically.
Okay.
So like if you're a digital creator, my tip to you is like know how the audience where you're from. Like if you're in Bali, post them where all where the traffic is.
Okay.
So watch me out if I upload it in somewhere in TikTok, YouTube, Facebook as well. So I
Nice.
also do in the future a live streaming,
Okay.
and I don't know if I go back to Facebook or YouTube, but yeah.
How about your business?
Oh yeah, my business is upcoming. So I hope it's going stable soon. My business, motorcycle business, and I will put again somewhere here along the video. And yeah, I hope
I wish you all the best in this business. And yeah, maraming salamat.
Maraming
Mabuhay.
salamat.
Thank you so much, Jaeden, for your time. And thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.
See you in the next one.
Personal life is something that you need to put an active effort no matter where you are. Being social, being talkative, being open is a very great skill.